Hello, Cancers. Welcome, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Welcome to your December 2023 Tarot Scope. I'm super excited to get into it. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Violetta Alexis. I am a professional tarot reader and studying to become a professional Western astrologer. And if you are not new here, hi, obviously, duh. Welcome back, Dragons. Always a pleasure to have you. If you guys have not, make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you already subscribed, try to unsubscribe and resubscribe because YouTube said there might be a little glitch in regards to people getting notified, and that could actually fix it for some reason. Also, if you are clicking the subscription button, just make sure you go ahead and turn on all notifications so that way you can definitely get notified. If you want to get a little bit more deep with me in regards to your reading, you can visit me at violettaalexis.com where you can book a personal reading with me. Also, make sure that you're following me on Instagram and Twitter. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. The Moon in reverse, crossed by the Three of Swords in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, there you are, Knight of Cups in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, okay, the King of Swords in reverse, sorry, these cards are pretty big, the King of Swords in reverse, and the Strength in reverse. Interesting. The theme for your reading, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. This is making me feel like this is fear. There's something that you fear. It's like in regards to missing some kind of opportunity. So you keep kind of settling or just kind of allowing something to happen or just accepting something instead of just simply moving on. I do see that with the Moon in reverse for your challenge, and then you have the Three of Swords in reverse. Excuse me, the Moon in reverse for your energy, and the Three of Swords in reverse for your challenge. This is telling me that there's a fear here. So is the Eight of Cups in reverse. This is making me think that you're fearing something, like you're a fear of missing out, a fear of losing out, a fear that what you left back there is the best thing in your life, or what you're afraid to leave is the best thing in your life. And I feel like there's a lot to learn here in the month of December. I kind of want to say, like, learn to trust yourself a little bit this month, Cancer, especially when it comes to like things that keep hurting you. You have the Six of Pentacles in the past, so equal give and take. Maybe you got some financial help from somebody, maybe you help somebody else out. The Ace of Cups in reverse for the near future. Okay, so this is like January-ish 2024, so this could be around like self-love, or this could be you kind of taking your love back in some area. Could also be like something in regards to like creative blockages. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse for what's going on in your headspace, so maybe a little bit of distrust, not trusting yourself. This is Cancer, Cancer. I know that the moon is Pisces in tarot, but in astrology, it's Cancer. So I'm feeling like Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. This is all this has everything to do with your emotions. This is like all water here. If you notice, in the past, it seemed more about like help and equal give and take and like the practicalities of life. But here it's almost like there's something going on in your heart space where it's fear again. It's like fear, or like you feel like you failed. And what's going on in your mind is either you feel like you can't trust somebody or you feel like they don't trust you. Then over here we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is for your advice. So once again, this could be like creative blockages. This could be telling you to show up more authentically. This could talk about like jealousies and sensitivities as well. Wheel of Fortune for external circumstances. So I'm feeling like maybe some of you are maybe coming into some kind of money, or maybe you're going to be traveling this month. Then we have the King of Swords in reverse. This is for your hopes and or fears. And also, I feel like what you're trying to accomplish. I feel like you want more clarity and possibly some advice. I feel like you feel alone, or you feel like you need some kind of advice from somebody specifically. It almost feels like something's missing is what I'm getting off of that King of Swords in reverse. The Strength in reverse for your outcome, a little bit of lack of confidence. There's something going on this month, Cancer, for you where it's like you're lacking the confidence, and I feel like it has everything to do with your emotions. There's something that's affecting your emotions that's kind of killing the vibe a little bit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and clarify. So I do want to take a look at that moon in reverse and the Three of Swords. Yeah, the King of Cups in reverse. Wow. King and the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Empress and the Eight of Swords. Okay. Wow. Wow, I got to take a sip for a second. This is giving me like, why am I doing something? And then I feel like the answer is out of fear. Um, I think that some of you, it's possible. This could be a masculine read. Keep that in mind for that King of Cups in reverse to show up as your energy. So this could be a masculine read. I feel like that Queen of Cups in reverse is in the masculine's mind. So like a feminine in the masculine's mind, possibly. Anyway, there's something that you're doing where you're just kind of saying whatever to get yourself through something. So, like, if this is a relationship, for instance, you're kind of just saying whatever you feel like you need to in order to hold on to something. Because it may be that you feel like you have met somebody that kind of surpasses everything that you've ever wanted, somebody that you feel like could help you get unstuck out of a financial situation, or you feel like there's somebody here who is kind of the shit, and you're basically like, well, I feel like this person could help me, or I really think this person is the creme de la creme, because the Empress is all of the queens combined. You know what I mean? She is that bitch, right? And so you may be kind of just like succumbing to something simply out of fear of like losing that, right? And we've all done that. And then let's go ahead and take a look at that Six of Pentacles for what happened in November. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is Nine of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, I definitely feel like you really, really wanted something. It seemed like you were fighting something, like you were fighting for something to move forward. You wanted expansion, you wanted some growth, you wanted to win in some area of your life. But I think maybe you got a little bit of help, or you were asking for it, or maybe even you wanted somebody else to succeed and you were trying to give them help. But it seems like it just didn't work, or the effort really wasn't there. So, for instance, let's say that you bought I don't know, you bought your child courses to live their best life and to learn like a trade. And then like they went to one class and they didn't go to, it's like, okay, well, I can't help you if you can't help yourself. So it can be something like that, or maybe somebody did that for you. Then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is for January 2024. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Yikes. There's some kind of lack of clarity. It's like trying to do the right thing because it seems like there's a misunderstanding or a lack of decision making because you can't. So this is what this makes me feel like, right? It seems like there's something that is kind of defying all logic a little bit. It's like you don't know how to start something, you don't know how to make something right, you don't know how to move it forward. You feel like you don't have the answers that you need in order to move forward, but it seems to me like you want to do the right thing, or you are trying to make something right in regards to a misunderstanding, specifically between you and another person. Now, does this have to be a lover? No, but it absolutely can be. So maybe it's a child, maybe it's a lover, maybe it's a who knows, right? I do think that there's a little bit of haziness going on in regards to that, because you may kind of feel like, well, I feel like I'm pouring into this, or I feel like I'm giving to this, but this is like, it's kind of defying all logic. It's like, just because you're pouring into something doesn't mean that you're going to be poured into. Okay. And I'm not saying that you can't. I do think that you're trying to do the right thing. So, whatever that means for you, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Star in reverse. Man, what's going on? The Lovers in reverse with the Page of Swords. What's what's going on? Because Cancer, it definitely feels like I feel like this is not you. I feel like this is somebody outside of you, especially if you're a masculine Cancer. I think that you have somebody on your mind and you feel like there's no hope because you feel like this person just won't trust you. Now, maybe you did some things that you shouldn't have done that were not trustworthy. It could be a sense of maybe this person like saw something that they didn't particularly like, and now they're kind of like, this is your fault. That's what it makes me feel like. Because the Page of Swords is like, I'm seeing something or I'm curious about something. And it's like maybe somebody, went looking and they found something that they didn't particularly like. I don't know. Maybe it was in your social media. Maybe it was something that they heard. But this is like you're kind of getting to this place of desperation a little bit because you feel like you're grasping at straws. It's almost like you feel as though you're about to lose someone, so you're kind of just saying anything to be able to keep it, you know? And of course, you always have to ask yourself, like, how did you get there? You know, like how did you get to the point where you felt like you had to say anything just to appease another person? Now if you did fuck up somewhere, ask yourself, if I didn't fuck up there, would I have to pretend to be someone I'm not now, or would I have to overcompensate in some way out of fear of losing this person? Probably not, you know? Now, if you didn't do anything and you got a basket case on your hands, then that's obviously an entirely different story. But it kind of goes to show you that, while it may hurt or it may feel draining or frustrating, we all play a part, right? We all play a part in something. Like I said, if you didn't do anything wrong, then don't take it that way, you know? You can't if you've been like trying to like save somebody or something, like you can't save somebody, just put that thought out of your head, you know? You can influence the Chariot in reverse for what's going on in the heart space. I think that you do blame yourself under the surface, but I feel like you hide it. I think it's because you feel like it's your ego that gets you into that place, you know? For my feminine cancers, you may be dealing with a masculine here whose ego and pride really gets in the way, okay? But for my masculines, like we all have an ego, whether you're feminine or masculine, it doesn't really matter. But we have to figure out like why is it ego and not pure confidence? Confidence is not the same as ego. Ego is a mask that we wear in order to hide our insecurities, right? And so I kind of feel like there's a deep insecurity that you have. It could be like an inferiority complex. This can be somebody who is fearful and anxious in regards, because this is in your heart space section, right? Fearful and anxious, feeling like you failed yourself in some way, feeling like you failed another. But this is about self. So I feel like this is more about self. I think that what you're really needing is some time alone. That's what that looks like to me. Like you're needing time alone to really ask yourself questions that maybe you don't want to know the answers to, which is going to ultimately help you in the long run because you've been kind of stuck there for a while, is what I feel. That Two of Wands in reverse, King of Wands, High Priestess in reverse, you know? So let's take a look at that Knight of Cups in reverse for your advice. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. This is going back to authenticity. This is going back to being like true to yourself with something. Like for instance, right? I used to date somebody and his ego and his pride would get in the way a lot. And then he was like, I don't want to be together anymore. Right? Just to get me to like chase him or to get me to, get that validation. So I was like, okay, and I blocked him on everything and I went moved on with my life. And then he wrote me an email and I didn't respond. And then he wrote me another email and I didn't respond. And then of course I did a few days later, right? But it's kind of like, don't say or do things that aren't really true to you. Don't say or do things that you actually don't want. Even if you're not outright saying, "Hey, I don't want you." Your actions and how you are portraying yourself is going to show that person what you actually want. And then you just might get it, right? You just might get it because maybe that's not what you truly want, but if you're acting like that, that's what you're going to get. Um it's kind of like those people where they, and I've done this. It's kind of like they're those people where they act super tough and like super aggressive but they're really like terrified on the inside, and then it's like they act like that they're going to get a fight, right? It's like, but that's not what they authentically want. They're just scared. So ask yourself, like, where is the fear coming from, and what is it? Is it like an inferiority complex? Is it like, do you want to win? Do you want to seem superior? Do you want to feel like, there are ways to do that besides going against what your heart truly desires, because you feel like you're failing, and it's like, well, what can you do to change that? Which way are you, how are you failing yourself or the relationship or whatever? Then we have the Wheel of Fortune here for external forces out of your control. The Six of Cups in reverse, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Listen, if this is about love, which I feel like it is with that King and the Queen of Cups there, um, I will say that there is somebody that is kind of Jupiterian. And what I mean by that, they don't have to be like ruled by Jupiter, like they don't have to be a Pisces or a Sagittarius, but what I'm saying is that this is somebody who may be like high vibrational or very spiritual or adventurous or optimistic or whatever. And this is somebody who maybe has a little bit of a shtick with you, Six of Cups in reverse. But with that Wheel of Fortune, this is somebody who's maybe getting some kind of good karma their way, or um they're traveling. Maybe they want you to travel with them, but it's like you guys kind of have to get over this hump first, because love is available. Love is available, but it's just about being vulnerable in order to get it. So like, is there a way you can be vulnerable in order to actually get what you want and just put your pride and your ego aside a little bit? We have the King of Swords in reverse for your hopes and fears, the Empress. Yeah, see? Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Cups. You don't want that. You're sexually attracted to this person. You want to work on things. You're not really sure how to get there, I feel, but that's what you want. You want love. You want the white picket fence, you want the golden retriever, and you want the bad bitch, or the badass husband, or, whatever it is. And I think that, um, what you're afraid of is that you're going to lose out on because I don't think this person has hit like Empress vibes yet, but they're close. And what is the Empress? Well, she or he is all of the kings or the queens combined. The Empress is the Queen of Swords, is the Queen of Pentacles, is the Queen of blah blah blah, right? And it's like, who would want to lose out on that? And so I kind of feel like that's where you're at, and you don't know. I mean, is it like you feel inferior? Because I see the Strength in reverse for the outcome. So like, don't let, and that's pride and ego, right, as well. But this is what you really want, I think, with this person. This seems very love oriented, and so I feel like that's what you want, but you also may feel like this is somebody who would make like a good business partner, even with that Five of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe you want all of that. Maybe you want more like Ten of Pentacles vibes. I don't know. Let's look at that Strength in reverse. The Nine of Wands. The Six of Wands, the Eight of Cups in reverse. I need one more for that Strength in reverse. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Sorry, I don't mean to step in y'all's ear. I know that probably just sounds disgusting. Um, mm, I mean, like, let me put it like this, right? You're getting the attention that you want from this person. Like, you're getting the attention that you want, right? Um, and you're not going anywhere. but it's almost like you are guarding something that isn't even real. Like, how do I explain this? It seems like all you really are kind of, I don't want to say all you're caring about, but there's a very, uh, it's like this. It seems very important to you to be right. Like it seems very important for you to be right and guard that pride and guard that ego. And the thing is that it's like you're doing anything that you can to keep a person or to keep it alive or to keep the flame burning, but you're also doing everything you can to sabotage it. So it's like, now when is the time to do everything you can to heal yourself and to be authentic to you, so that way you can actually win? Because whether this person is for you or not, if you're not being honest about who you are and you're not living from that place, your actions are going to show opposite of what your heart truly desires. So then what? Well, then what happens is you start attracting people that have nothing to do with who you truly are. And then your life starts to get depressing and you're like, why do I feel like this? That's why. So I don't know. Balance. I don't feel like you're a bad guy, or a bad girl, right? Maybe, yeah, right. I don't think you're like a bad person. I just think that there's a deep wound inside of you that needs to be looked at and to find out where that's coming from. Balance is going to be incredibly important. I don't think there's wrong with anything with an ego. I don't think having an ego is like a bad thing. Our ego is the reason why we go to work and the reason why we like to look good and the reason why we get up and do things that are important to live in this reality, right? But it can also get us in a whirl of shit, basically. And so you need to find a healthy balance between that. There's a time and a place, right? And so I think it's about you really finding the balance within yourself, and I think that the rest will just kind of trickle down because it starts with you. So thank you so much, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. Also follow me on Instagram and my Twitter. I do post there daily. And if you have not, make sure that you go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment to let me know how you believe that this December 2023 it will be playing out for you personally. And make sure that you also turn on all notifications when you do hit the subscription button, so that way you can definitely get notified, because it seems to be that there's some kind of glitch where people are not seeing my posts or they're not seeing when I go live. So just make sure that you are clicking all notifications. So thank you so much, Cancer, once again, and the absolute best of luck to you. Bye for now.